What if our evolution as humans is not what we believed it to be? Picture this. Our journey as a species not as a straight path, but as a winding expedition, marked by sudden bursts of brain growth. These periods of growth were often triggered by drastic changes in our environment, causing a tribe-wide anxiety. This collective stress led to what we can call an autistic shift, causing the prefrontal cortex to expand. This process is not only ongoing, but accelerating. Our ancestors, the Homo sapiens, survived while many other human tribes didn't. But how? You see, the harsh environmental changes our ancestors faced sparked a tribal-wide anxiety that ignited an autistic shift, a crucial factor in our survival story. This shift brought about a significant expansion of the prefrontal cortex over tens of thousands of years. This part of the brain, housed in the broad forehead of modern humans, contrasts greatly with the smaller forehead of our late surviving relatives, the Neanderthals. The prefrontal cortex, which overgrows the most in autistic development, is considered the control center for executive functions and what makes us uniquely human. Now, this autistic shift wasn't a lone soldier in the survival game. Alongside it, our ancestors developed cognitive empathy and a certain narcissistic manipulativeness. These traits helped the Homo sapiens to relegate the once vital but becoming outmoded mammalian emotional brain, the limbic system. This relegation of the limbic system allowed the Homo sapiens to operate alone and in an elevated state of anxiety, even in the company of others, a standard that has carried on to us, modern humans. It's a fascinating evolutionary tale of how our brains adapted and evolved, a process that continues today. Could it be that the autists are the uber-humans among us? As we delve deeper into our evolutionary past, we might just find that the autistic shift was not only a survival tool, but a fundamental part of what makes us human. If the prefrontal cortex is what makes us most human, what does that mean for the future of our species? As we look ahead, could it be that those among us on the autism spectrum, those we often label as neurodivergent, are actually the pioneers of our evolutionary journey? Their brains, after all, display an overgrowth in the prefrontal cortex, the very area that distinguishes us from our Neanderthal predecessors. These individuals, our uber geeks if you will, may well be riding the crest of the wave of human brain development. Their unique cognitive abilities, their heightened capacity for empathy, and their often unappreciated knack for seeing the world from a distinct vantage point might just be the traits that future generations come to value most. So let's entertain a playful thought. Could the socially awkward, the misunderstood geniuses of today be the sex symbols of tomorrow? Might geeky nerds be the sex symbols of the future? Perhaps they already are.